Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is November 1st, 2023. All right, so later on today, will be Game 5 of the World Series, and I think it's over for the Diamondbacks. So, if you guys saw the live stream that I made, right before the World Series started, we spoke about how this year the World Series was a tribute to George Bush and the attacks of September 11th. And unfortunately, we solved the riddle this year a little late. It took us all the way until the start of the World Series to solve it, but at least we did. At least we got to see what was really going on behind the World Series this year. Because every year, the World Series and all the other championship events are all a tribute to recent history. And like last year, the World Series was a tribute to the Astroworld tragedy that killed 10 people in Houston at the Travis Scott concert. And every year before that, it's been the same thing. This year, they're paying tribute to George Bush and the 9/11 attacks because not only is he 77 years old, and that was a big number during the attacks of September 11th, but this year is the 119th World Series. And that number looks a lot like the date, September 11th, which is written 11/9 in the majority of the world. So we know why they're paying tribute to the World Trade Center and the bombings that took place 22 years ago. It's because these numbers are significant. 119 and, of course, 77. George Bush is 77 years old. And remember, it was Flight 77 that hit the 77-foot Pentagon on the 77th meridian exactly 77 minutes after takeoff. And in the language of Gematria, when you write out September 11th and World Trade Center, they both equate to 77. And so this is the perfect time for this ritual to happen. Now, the reason I'm saying that it might be over for the Arizona Diamondbacks, I had the Arizona Diamondbacks losing in either 5 or 7. And the reason I didn't choose 6 is because George Bush, he did an interview with Derek Jeter where he said that the Rangers was going to win in 6 games. And we know when these people come on TV and say something that it's the total opposite, So once he said Game 6, we threw Game 6 out the window. We knew a World Series was not going to end in 6 we also knew it wasn't going to end in a sweep because it didn't make sense for it to be a sweep because the numbers didn't really line up that well. And I did expect the Diamondbacks manager to become 11-9 in the postseason. And in order for that to happen, he had to win 1 game. And he did. And by losing yesterday, he became 11-9 in the year of the 119th World Series. Go look up the Diamondbacks manager's postseason record right now. He has 11 wins and 9 losses. But look at this. George Bush, notice he was born July 6th, the 187th of the year, a big number with the Society of Jesus. And, of course, he's 77 years old. If the World Series ends on 11-1, another big number in the World Trade Center. Remember, 9/11 leaves 111 days left in the year. New York equals 111. If it ends today on November 1st, it will end on his 119th day of his age. From his birthday to today, it's a full span of 119 days. So how perfect for the 119th World Series to end on his 119th day of his age. And again, today is 11/1. New York equals 111. 9/11 leaves 111 days left in the year. And you know what else? It will be perfect for the series to end 4-1 because remember, the World Trade Center came down on a day with 41 numerology and USA equals 41. And today, the Rangers and Diamondbacks will be playing the 41st postseason game this year. If you add up all the games, there's been exactly 40 postseason games played already. So today, they will be playing their 41st. And again, that's a big number because USA equals 41. Towers came down on a day with 41 numerology. So this is the beauty of solving the riddle. Like I was saying in my other live stream, Because if you don't solve the riddle, then you don't see stuff like this. You'll be like just trying to match numbers. And that's what my advice to you guys who like to decode on your own. You have to solve the riddle first. Solve the ritual. Once you solve the ritual, sooner or later, you're going to nail all the games correct. You're going to get some games wrong if you don't solve the riddle. If you don't solve what the ritual is. It's obvious what the ritual is with this World Series. And the reason, a lot of you might say, well, you had the Philadelphia Phillies. Yeah, because, when you're in the beginning of the playoffs, when you're trying to solve this, you want to stick to the steps, the things that I use, like the way I decode. I do the same thing every year, right? I look for the same type of patterns. And usually the team that has the connection to the World Series usually ends up in the championship game. Now, this year it wasn't like that, and we know why. But in Gematria, Philadelphia Phillies has that 119 connection, and so does their star player, Bryce Harper. And in years past, stuff like that has been part of the ritual, where they incorporate the number of the World Series or the NBA Finals with the name of that team. And we've seen it a lot in the Super Bowl as well. Remember, Super Bowl 48 was won by the Seahawks, and in Gematria, Seahawks equals 48. Super Bowl 53, they had the 253 teams in the championship. They had the Patriots and the Rams. And I know a lot of you say, well, Patriots equals 53, but why you didn't put Rams equals 53? You guys don't understand how this stuff works. That's why I don't like wasting my time with a lot of you. This is a system that was not invented by me. Okay? Like, people think that I'm doing things because I feel like doing it this way. No, this is how they created their system. This is how their system works. Sometimes the riddle is with the name of the city. Sometimes the riddle is with the name of the team. So in the Super Bowl 53, they had the 253 teams in there, right? Los Angeles equals 53. They had the Los Angeles Rams versus the New England Patriots. There's a reason New England doesn't equal 53. It's because different letters equate to different numbers. So, in this mathematical system, they made sure to have the Patriots play in a city that equals 53, or the other way around. They had the Rams play in a city that equals 53 so they can have them match up. Because remember, the Rams used to play in St. Louis. So when they decided to move the Rams from St. Louis to Los Angeles, is because they wanted to get that 53 in there with the Rams, so when they go and play the Patriots, it could be the 253 teams playing against each other. This is why these teams, sometimes you see them move from one city to another. All right? This is not my system. This is their system, and this is how they've been doing things. And also, this is years of documentation. There's a guy that, he every now and then he comes on my live streams or, whenever I post something in the community section, and he just leaves these stupid comments, right? And he puts a bunch of emojis next to it. I don't know if this guy is a troll or not. But recently I posted a picture of Flavor Flav singing the national anthem. I couldn't play the video because the video, it'll get a copyright strike. But you can see the video if you go to my Instagram page, at Simple Truth Television. So Flavor Flav, last Sunday, he was singing the national. 5 years. 2018, yeah. 2018. December will be my 5th year doing this work. For 5 years straight, I've been documenting how black people have been shamed by the numbers 59 and 42. And you know what he said? He said the reason that Flavor Flav was wearing the number 59 is because he was born in the year 59. Really? Okay, so find me another rapper who has sung the national anthem and has worn a jersey with his birth year on it. Oh, but Flavor Flav said it. Look at this article. Like, this is why this stuff continues to go on, because there's so many brain dead people out there. What do you expect Flavor Flav to do? You expect Flavor Flav to come on here and say the reason I'm wearing the number 59 is because Slave, Negro, Rasta, Blues, and Jigaboo all equal 59? Like, you expect Flavor Flav to say that? Come on, man. But yeah, those of you who like to criticize the work, you guys have to stop. You guys have to stop, because I don't know. Maybe you guys think that this stuff like this is funny. Maybe you guys think that them paying tribute to something that killed so many people is funny. like the attacks of 9/11. I don't know, man. You guys think that terrorism is funny? And this is the problem. That's why these people laugh at us. Cause they look at them, they look at it like, man, these people are not gonna do nothing about it, man. We could do whatever we want with these people. You imagine if we terrorized the government, what would the government do to us? You think the government is gonna sit back and laugh about it and make a mockery out of the situation? That's what a lot of you are doing by now. Still, this stuff continues to go on. People continue to get killed and terrorized by these people, and you guys just keep laughing and mocking the people who are trying to wake other people up. Come on, man. He's wearing November 59 because he was born that year. Yeah. Okay, fine. If that's what you want to believe. You know, the fact that Coolio died at the age of 59 on his 59th day of his age on a day with 59 numerology, maybe that's also a coincidence, right? Maybe. Man. Here they are 22 years later. George Bush is going to the game untouched. You know, I don't see him wearing a bulletproof vest now. Because I think he noticed that, you know, these people 22 years later, they're not going to do anything. If they haven't done anything in 22 years, they're definitely not going to do nothing now. Did you guys see that interview with Derek Jeter? He was smirking and laughing and having a great time at the baseball game. A guy who 22 years ago assassinated so many people. And not only him. I don't want to make it seem like 9/11 was only his project. You know, but he was a big part of it, right? The ritual was around him. From him graduating from Yale University in 1968 to him becoming the president in 2001. Him and his father. Keep in mind that Skull and Bones equals 41 to go along with all the other 41s, especially the series and then 4-1. I don't know, man. These people think this shit is funny for some reason, man. This shit is crazy. That shit is not funny, man. On November 1st, 11/1. And again, I don't want to, you know, I'm not guaranteeing that it will end today, but I do think today will be a very fitting day. And I don't think it's going to go 6. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that little interview that he did. Let's see, where's my speaker at? Yeah, I'm going to get my speaker so I can play that little interview that he did with Derek Jeter. I want you guys to notice his attitude about everything. George Bush's attitude. Mass murderer. Going to a baseball game, celebrating what his actions from 22 years ago. I'll be back. Let me get my speaker.
President Bush. Now, everyone knows about your love for the Texas Rangers organization. How excited are you? This is the first World Series since 2011. You have a chance to win.
No, I'm fired up. As all the Ranger fans. We got a good team. Arizona's good. I think we're going to prevail in 6 games, but we'll see.
I picked you in 6 too as well.
Yeah,
now,
boy, yeah.
You've thrown out the first pitch today. You're no stranger to the first pitch.
I remember you well.
Yeah, and tell us how your feelings were back then as compared to now.
Well, back then, totally different environment. I'm loosening up. In comes the Yankee captain. Hey, Prez. That was you. And I said, yeah. He said, you're going to throw from the mound? I said, what do you think? I would. And then as you left, you said, don't bounce it, they'll boo you.
Well, I tell you
all I thought about on the mound was you.
It won't matter now. What a damn shame. What a damn shame.
With one swing. High drive! It's tied! Garcia sends one the other way. That sends Carroll back. He's at the wall, and the legend grows! Adolis Garcia wins game 1!
Talk about history repeating itself, right? Back in 2000, if you guys look at the highlights from the 2001 World Series, the Yankees and Diamondbacks, the game that George Bush threw the first pitch, and then compare that game to game 1 of this World Series, a lot of the home runs and a lot of the base hits were all identical. Right? Unbelievable. But here he is, the Flavor Flav with his number 59 jersey. That's because he was born that year. All right. Here's Derek Jeter as a child with a Yankees hat on. Yeah, so again, I always say this. Follow my Simple Truth Television account, my Instagram page, because as you guys can see, I have over 1,600 posts on there. And I don't have 1,600 videos, so a lot of the stuff that I don't make videos about, I put it up here. It's too much stuff to the Illuminati. I can't keep up with the Illuminati. They are unbelievable. It's like 20 rituals an hour. It'll be impossible to cover everything. But I just want to give you guys this pick. Hopefully, you guys make some money off of this. If you guys are interested in gambling, I don't care. Doesn't really matter. The real purpose of this video is to confirm what we've been from the beginning of the World Series. How this is all a tribute to 9/11, a tribute to George Bush, and how perfect for all this to end on 11/1 on his 119th day of his age. So let's see what happens. It is 3 a.m. I doubt anybody's up with the energy to speak right now, so I'm not going to open up the phone lines. Again, good luck. Patreon link will always be in the comment section if you guys are into sports information. It is the first of the month. Today's the best day to join if you guys are interested in the sports information. But yeah, like I always say, every now and then I'll come on here, give out a pick for free. I did give out the World Series pick prediction for free before I changed my mind and noticed that the Rangers had the better narrative, and I was wrong about that. So this is my video, trying to make up for what I did a few weeks ago when I put out the Phillies prediction. So hopefully this one will make up for that prediction, and you guys can make some of your money back that you lost if you guys betted on the Phillies. I'll say this: if it doesn't end in 5, Game 7 does leave 57 days left in the year. The World Series number. That is another fitting date. Game 6 it's Bruce Bochy's 201st. I think it's 201st day of his age, or 201 days after his birthday. The 201, the Jesuit order number. But like you guys saw the video, that George Bush said it's gonna end in 6, so we know it's not gonna end in 6. 4-1 on the postseason. This is the 41st postseason game. I think it'll be fitting. All right, so good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And I'll be back later on tonight if the Rangers do close it out. All right, peace.